Is it live now? I think. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the AR world. I hope all of you are doing super amazing and taking care of yourselves. All of you are staying healthy and happy in this lockdown period. So here we are with yet another amazing session of life processes, part 2 with me. So are you all excited? Alright, so we have already finished one part before. In case you haven't watched, please go and watch, because this is the continuation of that part. Alright, so it will be very much helpful for you to watch it. I think my camera is visible and I am also clearly visible. Yeah. Alright, so first of all, I would like to tell you the topics that we are going to cover. And the topics that we are going to cover: nutrition in human beings, then digestion, which is a part of nutrition, dental caries, important MCQs through a Menti quiz. Alright. Okay, I hope my internet connection is not slow. Okay, so in the previous class, if you could recall, we have already completed the plant nutrition, that is the autotrophic nutrition. Alright, we did photosynthesis, if you all could recall. Alright, and we also did 2 activities, and I also gave you the homework that you had to tell me in the comment section. So did you all understand it? I hope so. And whatever you want to ask, you can definitely write down in the chat box so that I can read your messages. If anyone has any doubt from the previous class, he or she can definitely let me know in the chat box. Alright? So now let's get started with today's class without any wastage of time. So we'll be commencing with the human digestive system. Alright, as we have already done the plant nutrition and the heterotrophic nutrition, I also explained you nutrition in amoeba. So I hope from that you must have understood the basic things. We're doing the nutrition in human beings, that is human digestive system. Main nutrition in human beings is the digestion. Alright. Okay, so now we are beginning with the nutrition in human beings. So you can see the diagram, and through this diagram we'll be summing up at the last. I have given you this diagram to explain it. Alright, I've just given it to explain, like these are the parts. You can just go through it once before we start. Alright. I'm not getting any message in the chat box, so whoever is watching, I think 3 people are watching, so quickly give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Alright, so this is something which is important for you to watch. Okay, you can just give it a brief thing that you can just watch it once. So now we are delving into the digestion, that what exactly digestion is. So basically, if I talk about digestion, digestion starts from the mouth itself, the food particle we take in the food particle, all right, and from that the digestion begins. So it's such a beautiful process, you can easily understand. All right, so now the mouth is also known as the buccal cavity. One second. Yes. All right, so the mouth that we have, it is also known as buccal cavity, and the digestion begins in the mouth. See, there are basically three parts of the mouth: the teeth, the tongue, and the saliva. These are the three parts of the mouth. Now what is their role exactly? Now basically, first, teeth. What teeth helps in? Teeth helps in chewing and grinding the food to convert it into smaller molecules. All right, grinding the food, which converts it into smaller molecules. Then when we talk about the tongue, how the tongue helps us, it helps in moistening the food, making it wet. All right, then the movement of tongue turns food into mass of a substance called as bolus. So if I talk about bolus, what is bolus? Actually, it is the movement of the tongue that converts the food into a substance known as bolus. All right, then talking about the saliva. Saliva is very, very important for all of you to understand. Actually, it is a liquid substance in our mouth which secretes an enzyme, and the enzyme is known as salivary amylase, and this is the first enzyme to act. Okay, what is the role of salivary amylase? It converts starch, which is a complex carbohydrate, into maltose, which is a simpler sugar. So these events, this happens in the buccal cavity, all right, which we also call as the mouth. I hope that is clear. Okay, so moving on. Then after that, after mouth, the food reaches to the esophagus. Esophagus is the food pipe. All right, esophagus is the food pipe. Nothing very, very new. You've already done this. Okay, so what happens here in esophagus? No digestion takes place. The role of esophagus is just it is just a kind of a pipe which helps the food to reach from the buccal cavity to the stomach. This is the role of esophagus. I hope that is clear, the role of esophagus. So it helps the food to reach the stomach, and the peristaltic movement takes place over here. So in the esophagus, we can see the peristaltic movement taking place. But then what is this peristalsis? What is actually this peristaltic movement? Now, peristalsis refers to the involuntary contraction and relaxation of the muscles of the digestive tract to move the food through the digestive system. So it is just the contraction and relaxation of muscles. All right, they contract and then they relax so that the food can pass through the, you can say, esophagus. All right, so this is the, you can say, the function of peristalsis. All right, I hope peristalsis is super duper clear. And now we are moving on to the stomach. It is very important. And one more thing I want to tell you with this, that the whole digestion, the whole tube-like structure which we talked about here, this is known as alimentary canal. All right, this is called as alimentary canal, and also people call it as gut. All right, so alimentary canal and gut. I hope buccal cavity is clear, super duper clear, and esophagus is also clear. All right, now peristalsis also I have explained to you. Now coming to the stomach, a very, very important organ, and basically in stomach there are many substances, many enzymes that we need to understand. What are those enzymes? They are secreted by the gastric glands. Okay, the gastric glands, they secrete the gastric juice. And what the gastric juice consists of? The gastric juice consists of HCl. Mucus helps to digest protein. Okay, it breaks down the proteins into peptides. Alright, but actually you can see it's a little bit lazy. You can imagine it as a very lazy boy. Alright, so pepsin is very lazy. Then what happens, that HCl, which is hydrochloric acid, I hope all of you know about HCl, it is the hydrochloric acid. What is the role of HCl? It is first thing that it is going to kill the germs of the stomach. There are many germs which enter along with our food, so HCl is going to kill it as an acid. So because it has a low pH, I hope you know about pH. It has, I think, the pH of 2. Alright, so what it does, this HCl is first going to kill the germs, and secondly it is going to activate the pepsin. So this is a very important thing that we need to understand. So this all happens in the stomach. The three important things that we need to understand is about the HCl, mucus, and pepsinogen or pepsin. Now an important thing, that in stomach HCl creates an acidic environment which helps pepsin in its work. So this acidic environment, if I talk about this acidic environment, then it has to be converted into alkaline. Alright, this acidic environment has to be converted into alkaline. So this has been done in the small intestine. Okay, next we come to the small intestine. What exactly happens in the small intestine? First thing, that what are the parts? We have learned that small intestine is like that, but actually the parts are liver, pancreas, gallbladder. So these are the important points which we need to remember whenever we are learning about the small intestine. Now first thing that you need to understand is about the liver. What is the function of the liver? Liver secretes bile juice, okay, which is temporarily stored in the gallbladder. Alright, the bile juice secreted by the liver is temporarily stored in the gallbladder. And what is the role of the bile juice? The role of the bile juice is to emulsify the fats. And you all have read emulsification, I hope, like the soaps and detergents. When we wash our hands with the help of soaps and detergents, we try to emulsify our hands, but that doesn't mean the complete protein digestion. Alright, it doesn't indicate that. Now coming to the pancreas. What is the role of pancreas? It also releases the juices, and the juices released by pancreas contain two of the most important enzymes, which are trypsin and lipase. These are the two very important enzymes. Now what is the role? Lipase, which you can remember by the word lipids, what it does, it breaks down the emulsified fats. So it helps in the complete fat digestion. And trypsin helps us in the complete protein digestion. Alright, so by now I hope you've understood that the complete digestion takes place in the small intestine. Is it clear that the complete digestion takes place in the small intestine? I hope that's super duper clear. Now coming to the end products of digestion. Now we have read that the complete digestion takes place in the small intestine, but what are the simplest of products that are formed? Now the carbohydrates. Now these complex carbohydrates convert into glucose. Alright. Then the proteins, they get converted into amino acids. Alright. And the fats get converted into fatty acids and glycerol. So these are the end products of digestion. So is it clear? Okay. Now coming to the villi. Very important. See, basically villi isn't on the small intestine. What is the role of villi? They increase the surface area of the small intestine for absorption of digested food. Now when the digestion gets completed, the food has to be absorbed. All right, the food has to be absorbed, which has been digested. And the villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which transport the food to all parts of the body. So with this, we also come across transportation, which I talked about in the previous session, in which the foods get transported. All right, food and oxygen. I hope it is clear. All right. Now the villi, they are having the blood vessels, and these blood vessels take the food to all parts of the body. I hope it is super clear. You are clear with the basic concept of villi, because one question will surely come from the villi part. Okay, from the villi, I would think. Now moving on to the large intestine and the anus. Now what is the role of large intestine and anus? What do you all think? Okay, now in the large intestine and anus, only reabsorption of water takes place. So the water is reabsorbed, whatever water is left, and after digestion, we have seen in the small intestine it happens. So whatever water is left, reabsorption is takes place, and after that the waste, or you can say the byproducts, the waste substances, is thrown out through the anus. Through the anus, it has been thrown out. Now one more thing, that we never use the word excretion for this. We either use elimination, or you can say egestion. These words are used to say that the food has been thrown out. Alright, now an important topic from an NCERT, that is the dental caries. So how many of you know about it? About the dental caries? Okay, so dental caries or tooth decay, we can also term it as tooth decay. It causes the gradual softening of enamel and dentine. It begins when bacteria acting on sugars produce acids that softens or demineralizes the enamel. Masses of bacterial cells together with food particles stick to the teeth to form dental plaque. Saliva cannot reach the tooth surface to neutralize the acid as plaque covers the teeth. Brushing the teeth after eating removes the plaque before the bacteria produce acids. If untreated, microorganisms may invade the pulp, causing inflammation and infection. So this is only the dental caries, also known as the tooth decay. When you can say, when the food it sticks to your teeth, then the bacteria, they produce acids. They act on the sugars to produce acids that softens the enamel, and after that they even can cause inflammation, or you can say swelling and infection. So always brush your teeth. That is very important. Okay, brushing of teeth is gonna be super duper important for you to save yourself from the dental plaque. Now it's the time for the Menti quiz. But before that, before the Menti quiz, let's just summarize digestion. Yeah, with this diagram. Let's try to summarize. First of all, when we intake the food through the buccal cavity, then tongue is present there, which moistens the food. And this is the mouth or the buccal cavity. Then it reaches the esophagus. Through the esophagus, which is the food pipe, it reaches to the stomach, where three things are present that we have read: HCl, mucus and pepsin. Alright, three things are present over here, and we have read about HCl, hydrochloric acid, mucus and pepsin. So after the stomach, the digestion takes place, but that is not going to be your complete digestion. After that, it will reach the small intestine. Okay, it is going to reach at the small intestine. Then from acidic, small intestine is going to convert the food into alkaline, okay, which is less acidic or basic. After the process of small intestine, complete digestion is going to take place. Then through the large intestine, then villi, through villi it is going to, the absorption is going to take place. Okay, and through the anus it is going to be eliminated. So this is the complete process of digestion that we have understood, I think, within 20 minutes. That is a very, very big thing, that we have understood digestion within 20 minutes. So you can just refer to that it begins with the mouth itself. Salivary amylase acts on starch, stomach gastric juice. So you can just read it. These are for your knowledge. Alright, so we have understood everything. And now it's the time for Menti quiz. I hope most of you know about it. Let me go to the Menti. Alright, present. Okay, so basically this Menti is going to be the previous one. Alright, means the Menti of the previous quiz, not this one. So how do you have to join? You have to apply the code 68745064 on menti.com. Alright, so this is going to be your code so that you can join the Menti. Okay, so all of you can quickly join. This is the code 68745064 for Menti. Until then, let me reduce the size of my camera. Yes. Alright, so I'll wait for some time. Until then, alright, where is the Menti gone? Yeah, if anybody of you have any doubts, can definitely ask me. 1 second. Yeah. Alright, Lakshata said hello, so hello. Alright. Less people are watching, nobody is going to join, I guess. It's okay, whoever is going to watch the replay, they will also get the benefit. Those of you who don't know how to join Menti, you have to type www.menti.com on your Google or Chrome, and you have to use the code 68745064. This is the code for the Menti, 68745064. Everybody could just quickly join the Menti quiz. Quickly, everybody join the Menti. I have given you the instruction. You have to go to the Chrome, type www.menti.com and use 68745064. When you will go to menti.com, then they are going to ask you a code. In that section, you have to type this code. I can see that 3 people are watching. Then why are you not joining on Menti? I don't know what is maybe some technical issues. Only one person has joined. So shall I wait for some time or shall I start? And I'm telling you that this Menti is for the previous session, means the nutrition and plants. Today we are not going to do that. Alright, so please. Okay, now 2 people are watching, so please quickly join the Menti. So now if nobody else is joining, then I'm starting with the quiz. One person has only joined, unfortunately, but it's okay, because whether you join or not, you must have the appropriate knowledge. Now I'm beginning with Menti. The question number 1 on your screen, and it is this: which among the following is a byproduct of photosynthesis? CO2, H2O, O2 or N2? Which of the following is a byproduct of photosynthesis? What do you all think? Okay, so you can just give your answer. Oh, somebody has answered N2, that is the nitrogen gas. No, nitrogen gas is not used at all in photosynthesis, it is oxygen. Oxygen is released and it is a byproduct of photosynthesis. Let me just check that how many people are viewing it. Oh, only one person is watching, unfortunately, but it's okay. All right. Okay. Fine. Now we are moving on to the next question. That is the question number 2. Okay, so before that, I think we have our leaderboard. What happened? Acha, 0 points. It's okay. Let's move ahead to the question 2 of 5. Those of you who don't know how to join Menti, type menti.com and use the code 68745064. Now I am moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not an example of parasites? Tapeworms, cat, mushroom, both B and C. So you need to tell me which one is not. What are parasites? Alright, let's see how many of you are able to vote. Oh my god, who has voted for cat? Actually, what is the thing that cat is having holistic nutrition but mushroom is having saprotrophic nutrition? So the answer should be both B and C. Both of them are not parasites. Tapeworms are parasites. These are the important MCQs that can be asked in your board exams as. So you must have the knowledge. So still 0 points. I don't know why today people are very less. No idea about that. It's okay, next time we'll get more people. Alright, question 3 is there on your screen now. In amoeba, food is digested in the, where is it? Food vacuole, pseudopodia, mitochondria, or both A and B. Where is the food digested in the amoeba? I have explained everything in the previous session. In case you haven't watched, please go and watch. Wrong, whoever has answered. Actually, in amoeba, food is digested in the food vacuole. Alright, those of you who just now have started watching the videos, please go to menti.com and apply the code 68745064. Only one person has joined Menti. Alright, moving ahead. Now I am starting with the 4th question. Still 2 questions are left, guys. Quickly join. Zero. It's okay. One person has joined. Alright, so I'm moving because people are not joining. When a few drops of iodine solution are added to rice water, the solution turns blue-black in color. This indicates that rice water contains what? Fats, complex proteins, sugars, or starch. What do you think? Okay, so absolutely correct. It contains starch because whenever we do the iodine test, then the solution turns blue-black in color, which indicates that it is having starch. So now let's check out the leaderboard. So my name is Sheila is at the top as only one person is playing, but that's okay. Those of you who are going to watch it as a replay are going to regret, but that's okay. Now I'm moving to the last question, that is question 5 of 5, and it's here. Roots of the plants absorb water from the soil through the process of what? Diffusion, transpiration, photosynthesis, or osmosis. Incorrect. Actually, it's osmosis. Through the process of osmosis, they absorb water from the soil. I think that the person who has voted must have studied in class 7th, if I am not wrong. Take care. Now we are looking at the final leaderboard. So one person was only there. So that person has only won this Menti quiz. So congratulations, my name is Sheila. You have won the Menti. So what are the, now this is your homework question. What are the tiny pores on a leaf called which help in gaseous exchange? What happened? Has somebody voted? Okay. Stomata. Okay, somebody has voted stomata. If you want to join, you may also join other people. Alright. So let's have the correct answer. Yes, it is stomata only because these have been cited. So now we have reached at the end of our quiz. I wanted to have the life processes digestion quiz as well, but unfortunately, let me extend the size of my camera. Alright. Yeah, so Menti time has been done, and now we have finished with today's session. In the next session, we'll be doing respiration. Alright, so you can attend that session as well and can enjoy. So now I think I will have to say goodbye to all of you. 1 second. Alright, so bye bye all of you. You did not join Menti. It was a great opportunity. You could have joined, but it's okay. Alright. Now let's say goodbye because nothing is left right now. So I'm signing off for today. We'll meet you soon with yet an amazing session. Until then, goodbye. Alright.